Have you ever wondered how scientists determine the age of ancient artifacts and dinosaur bones? Welcome to the intriguing world of carbon dating, a brilliant tool that peels back the layers of time. This method allows us to journey back thousands, even millions of years, unlocking the age of objects that once seemed beyond understanding. It's like having a time machine, but instead of traveling through time, we're deciphering its secrets. So, how does this fascinating process work? Let's delve into the world of carbon dating. You might be curious about how carbon dating works. It's a fascinating process that gives us a window into the past. Let's break it down. The essence of carbon dating lies in the fact that all living things contain carbon. Now, carbon comes in a few forms, but the one we're interested in is carbon-14, a radioactive isotope. While a creature is alive, it's constantly exchanging carbon with its environment. But when it dies, this exchange stops, and the carbon-14 it contains begins to decay at a known rate. By measuring the amount of carbon-14 left in an object, scientists can estimate how long ago the creature died. It's like a clock ticking away inside every organic specimen, counting down the time since its demise. But here's the catch. Carbon-14 decays slowly. It takes about 5,730 years for half of it to disappear. That's why it's so useful for dating ancient remains. Sounds simple, doesn't it? But the process of carbon dating is a bit more complex. So, how exactly do scientists go about determining the age of something using carbon dating? Well, let's dive into the process. First, a sample from the object in question is collected. This could be anything from a piece of wood to a fragment of bone. This sample is then treated to remove any potential contaminants, ensuring it's as pure as possible. Then comes the real magic. Scientists measure the ratio of carbon-14 to carbon-12 in the sample. Carbon-14 is a radioactive isotope, while carbon-12 is stable. Living organisms continually replenish carbon-14 during their lifetime, but once they die, the replenishment stops and the isotope begins to decay. By measuring the ratio of carbon-14 to carbon-12, scientists can estimate when the organism stopped replenishing its carbon-14. In other words, when it died. They then compare this estimate to the ratio in the atmosphere to determine the age of the object. And that, in a nutshell, is how carbon dating works. So, there you have it, carbon dating, a remarkable tool that lets us peek into the past. In summary, it's a method that measures the amount of carbon-14, a radioactive isotope, in organic materials. This allows scientists to determine how long ago a creature lived or a plant grew. It's a key that unlocks the mysteries of history, from ancient artifacts to dinosaur bones. Next time you hear about an ancient artifact or a dinosaur bone, you'll know how scientists determined its age. Isn't it amazing how much we can learn from something as simple as carbon?